A man has always to be busy with his thoughts if anything is to be accomplished. How inscrutable and incomprehensible are the hidden works of nature! Whenever I found out anything remarkable, I have thought it my duty to put down my discovery on paper, so that all ingenious people might be informed thereof. My determination is not to remain stubbornly with my ideas, but I'll leave them and go over to others as soon as I am shown plausible reasons which I can grasp. How little do we discover in comparison of those things which now are and forever will be hidden from our sight, the whole of which I am fully persuaded no one will ever be able to dive into, and to explain their causes and effects. Man comes not from an egg but from an animalcule that is found in male sperm. People who look for the first time through a microscope say, "Now I see this, and then I see that," and even a skilled observer can be fooled. On these observations I have spent more time than many will believe, but I have done them with joy, and I have taken no notice of those who have said, "Why take so much trouble, and what good is it?" Life lives on life. It is cruel, but it is God's will. And it is for our good, of course, because if there weren't little animals to eat up the young mussels, our canals would be choked by those shellfish, for each mother has more than 1,000 young ones at a time. Please bear in mind that my observations and thoughts are the outcome of my own unaided impulse and curiosity alone. For, besides myself, in our town there be no philosophers who practice this art, so pray, take not amiss my poor pen and the liberty I here take in setting down my random notions. In rain-water, I observed a small red worm and 2 other kinds of very minute insects. Of those of the larger size, I judged that 30,000 together would not equal a coarse sand. When I have supped too heavily of an evening, I drink in the morning a large number of cups of coffee, and that as hot as I can drink it, so that the sweat breaks out on me, and if by so doing I can't restore my body, a whole apothecary's shop couldn't do much. And that is the only thing I have done for years when I have felt a fever. I've never taught one, because if I taught one, I'd have to teach others. I would give myself over to a slavery, whereas I want to stay a free man. I have lately examined water, in which beaten pepper was steeped, and found 2 sorts of animals for shape, and each of those sorts to contain greater and smaller kinds, the greater I supposed the elder, the less the younger. I have ofttimes been besought, by divers gentlemen, to set down on paper what I have beheld through my newly invented microscopia, but I have generally declined. We will admit that, out of the mud or sand which is found on the seashore or the beds of our rivers, at low water, shellfish or testaceous animals come forth, but it does not from thence by any means follow that they are produced without any regular course of generation.